I didn't even press record, but here it goes, recording. I guess it's time. So, it's bedtime actually, but I gotta let my hair dry a little bit before I lay down. And I thought it would be nice to just pull a few cards. I was going to kind of do a general reading for all, but I think I'm going to do pick a card. Let's do A, B, and C. Let's do A, B, and C. Okay, there's A. I'm going to move this away from me a little bit so I have room to shuffle. A, B, and C. Hold on here. I'll give you the choices in a second. I'm just shuffling. How was everyone's day? I realize I'm talking to no one. But maybe I'm talking to you. My day was pretty... wow. A lot of ups and downs in my day. I tried to do a recording to talk about my twin flame journey, but that didn't work out. I kept getting too anxious about it, and then I got frustrated, and then I was not in the vibration to share anymore. So that's cool because that gave me something to work on. Something to work on is the reasons I wanted to do that, which is probably, to explain to somebody something that maybe it's not my time to tell them. I was just doing it from the perspective of sharing my story, but there was another motive. Okay. Let's see. I'm just getting more cards for each pile. You just keep in mind A, B, or C. Take some deep breaths. Sometimes it's like you don't want to sit through all the shuffling and stuff, but I feel like sometimes people like to see that because if they don't see the shuffling, they may assume that somebody has prepared the piles for them, ahead of time. And that is not what the oracle is about. That's what storytelling is about. And also, I've never really declared this, but what I do is set my intention for these readings to not only my higher self, but your higher self, to assist, so that the messages that come through are most helpful. It's like, from up there, they know who's going to watch. And then, it's a general reading, so you bear that in mind, that maybe not everything is exactly the thing for you, but there'll be something in there for you, something important. Let's start with that, and then I'll just pull more as needed if the pile feels like it needs more. Just open a few decks here. Actually, I do want... So I've so far got the theme, the helpful advice, and then I'm going to do any challenges out of this deck. This is just a card deck that I got from the store, and then I applied the tarot meanings to it. I never took a tarot class, that's why I've always preferred oracle cards, and plus, tarot has certain energies associated with it. Those are archetypes. And, there's been a time in my journey where I was like, ooh, I don't want to be tied down by archetypes. I want to learn from them, and I want to know what they are, but I don't want them to define me always. Because, I'm original, I'm unique. I came to Earth to be me, not to be archetypes. I've been archetypes before in other lifetimes. So I do have to still deal with them on a level where I have to clear them. Okay. So pile A, starting at 506. I should write that shit down. I knew I had a pen somewhere. My dream journal kept right next to my bed. Basically, I forget my dreams as soon as I wake up. But there are a couple in here. A couple about some people that I didn't expect to show up in my dreams. Okay, so A is 542. B and C. Timestamp is nice because then if someone, trusts me enough not to have to watch the dealing, then they can just skip ahead. Okay. Pile A. This is my card that represents a third-party situation. So here you've got this couple, they're not real happy, and then there's another person in the background, also not happy. Kindness is needed in this situation. So the advice for handling this situation where there's an interference of a third party, and sometimes the third party can be an addiction, a group of people, or an actual person, like in relationship. Like there's another party in, like here's this couple that want to be together, and then there's like this guy has somebody already. Or this guy is in a relationship and then he has somebody else he's thinking about all the time. That's what this is talking about, and it's telling the advice for this situation is kindness. So whatever has to be done or said or dealt with can be said and done and dealt with in the most kind way possible. And so like here in this card, she's kind of like looking back, right? Like she's got what she wants in her hand. She's looking back, but she's doing it in a kind way. She's not happy about having to do it. The challenge in the situation. It's like having to... It's like being kind of carefree. It's like being in your enjoyment. It's like maybe this thing was encouraging you. Maybe this thing was... Maybe the third party was something you enjoyed and something you worked hard for and something that you have invested in. So giving it up, as kind as you have to be, it also is kind of bittersweet. The challenge is feeling good about it. The challenge is feeling good about this situation. Okay, well that does sound like a difficult situation for whoever this is, but whatever difficult situations we go through right now, specifically, are all about clearing karma. So we really do want to make really good choices for ourselves and consider that each situation, especially the difficult ones, are giving us an opportunity to do something in a new way. So where you might have done something before, like maybe you would have ghosted this person to get rid of them before. Maybe you would have caused a fight or cheated on them or whatever. This is an opportunity to do it a different way, with the utmost kindness and honesty, and it might be hard because it's going to maybe break your heart or their heart. But it's an opportunity to clear karma. And if we don't clear our karma right now, it's going to come right back up. Like if you don't clear it now, it comes right back up in the next situation. And you might even be the third party in the next situation if you don't clear this up, because it's going to have to get louder and louder to get you the lesson. Because everything has to do with what your soul's trying to learn here. Okay? So, I can sympathize with you. I understand this is a difficult situation, and at the same time, I'm really excited for you to have this opportunity to do something a new way. Okay? I think it's very honorable. I'm going to move on to pile B. 10, 17. Pile B. I have an itchy nose. What does that mean? You're going to kiss a fool or get in a fight? Oh, that's funny because this card I made represents like just being fresh. Like mint is kind of like fresh breath and freshness and fresh new. So if you're gonna kiss a fool, you do kind of want that. The advice for the situation, for freshening up, is to look inside yourself. You're getting some advice to look inside yourself. So what this tells me is there's something in there that's kind of darker. It feels heavier to you. It feels not minty fresh. But there is an answer to it. There is something like that needs to be tended to about it, right? There's like some energy, or some fresh energy needs to be poured into here. This person's like caught in a web. Yeah, we gotta freshen up this situation. Freshen this situation up. Look inside yourself and see what it is that you can do differently in this situation. The challenge is, this has to do with maybe a new project, job, or home. We got the Ace of Diamonds. It's a win. So you feel like this thing, like you need something fresh and new, and maybe you don't even know what it is, But there's something inside yourself that wants to be born right now. It's something that needs your attention, that needs a fresh look at it. And you are being given the opportunity to do that now. I feel a little bit inclined to see what it's pertaining to, so let me see. Can we get some information about, what the situation needs to be freshened up here, or what the situation that needs to be let go of, one or the other? It's a communication issue. Oh, shit. Oh, okay, so it's something you have to communicate. You need to freshen a situation up by looking inside yourself, seeing what you really feel and what really needs to be said. Hold on, there's some more cards here. Do this when you're in a balanced state. Be receptive to what you have coming up inside you, about this issue. And then go for it. Wow. I'm happy for you, and I think it's lovely that you get to do something fresh, because it seems about time for that for all of us, right? Something's gotta give sometimes. So well done. I hope you enjoy your new endeavors. I'm gonna move on to pile C. 1350. Okay, pile C. Okay, so the topic is, I don't know if you can see, but I've written root in there, and this is in red because that's the root chakra color, and this is the root of the trees. So this is like about the foundation, the stability, building something new on a foundation here that is stable and strong, and the advice is self-reliance, like you can do this, you're at trust in this, like you have what it takes. Ground yourself. Here's what I do to ground myself sometimes. Deep breath as you tap on your cheekbones. Of course, standing barefoot on the earth is also very helpful. But being grounded is going to help you really feel more able to rely on yourself in this. So it's important to stay grounded around this, stay relying on yourself, maybe not looking to too many other people for advice on the issue. Oh, look what it's bringing you. You're stepping into a place for new friendship and new romance, potentially. It's the Ace of Hearts, so this is something brand new, very, very love-filled, very, I was going to say fresh. Beautiful and lovely. And I kind of want to take one more card for this as well. Let's see. I'm going to put those cards back into the deck, just in case. It's something you've dreamed of. This situation, this new... Maybe you dream of a relationship, with somebody that's the relationship of your dreams. And I can tell that by the Neptune energy. This is like spiritual energy. This is a spiritual connection that you're ready to step into. And all you have to do is rely on yourself, establish yourself on the ground, bring it to the ground, and have faith. No. So, having faith, I find it's interesting. It's like tell people to have faith. It's like, if you don't have it, how are you going to get it? So the next best thing is hope. If you don't have a higher power that you believe in, if you don't trust that something here is orchestrating us in the universe, I would suggest asking the questions, asking, are you out there? Is there something here? Is there, and ask for proof, ask for a sign, ask for a specific sign if you need it. But those are ways to help you learn faith. And that is what is required in this, to ground this thing that's been dreamy. Ooh, sounds nice. Okay, here we go. I hope this is helpful to you. Thank you to all of our guides for orchestrating a divine message that is helpful to each of us. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.